This is the story of building a product from scratch in 90 days. And today is day 60. And that means we have 30 days left to turn this hunk of metal into something that you will proudly put on the back of your phone. Now, if you're wondering what this is, well, to make it simple, it is a stand in many different ways, but the missing piece is an LCD screen that MagSafe connects right to the back of it so that you can finally see what the heck's going on when you're behind your 1X camera and actually knowing if you're recording, if you're in frame, and making sure your horizons are level. In this video, I'm gonna show you just how far the design on this has come, because luckily, this thing has become an outdated hunk of metal. Where the design stands today is elegant, beautiful, and curvy.
Nice.
Sorry. After 10 years of creating content, I believe that this is the future of filmmaking. But to get this LCD screen moving, I gotta send you over to China with Jer and Nick, because they started things off in Shenzhen with a very much needed meeting with an LCD manufacturer. And I gotta say, I am very jealous I wasn't there, because they met someone very cool.
Quick question. Are you okay with
No problem.
YouTube is okay?
Okay.
YouTube, Instagram.
Okay, no problem. Oh, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
China people, I don't do this. China people for China people. Because why? China people many copy. Many look. This is new. It's new design. At home copy at fucking. So you no problem. WC.
Okay. That's such an awesome dig. Because he's like, I know you Americans aren't gonna make this. he's like, you're not gonna make this. You're gonna buy it.
So this is what a proper factory should be doing?
Yeah. The fact that we're suiting up to go see the factory is like a good sign, because it shows that they're taking cleanliness very seriously on the production line. The last two places we were at didn't do this, so.
This factory only 10 people. Not factory is mine. And for second one, first and second, this is third. Every piece need a test. Or it's okay after close.
This board, really small, really fast. We just need to get it to drive a slightly bigger LCD. But man, it even has a little speaker and everything. I'm into this. I'm really into this. All right, I'm telling you how I feel. Now you know. That's the right size.
That is the right size.
Here we go. Done.
I can big more, no problem. All size is half.
Here we go. Done. Oh, even better.
Huh.
I can do, no problem.
Where is it? Is this current production?
这个是什么? This is new,
New product.
no sale. Can do, no problem. LCD, no problem. Bigger, little, smaller, no problem too.
That's awesome.
Don't worry.
Really good.
If you want, I can design for you.
Good.
It's easy.
Yeah. It is. It is easy. How they glue it together. This is the glue station. I've done another product that was glued closed in this way. And you need the CNC glue applicator. A human can never glue this by hand. I've tried. It's freaking hard. When did you set up this production line? How long has this line been running?
How long? This is do this.
This facility. How old is this facility?
是所有的时间要多久吗？你过来翻译啊。
他主要是想问这个程度吗？还是
One eternity later.
10 days. Only 10 days.
10 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
This factory made. This factory 10 days. Another factory. 18年，就是 20 years, 20 years.
Huh.
10 days. So don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
All right.
This
Good.
many years.
Yeah, appreciate that.
This is you look only 10 days after you 1 month after look.
Okay.
Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
1 year. Oh, you big.
Nice. Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
This board is probably about the right size that we need, and he has these other batteries right here.
Okay.
So it's making me think, what if we could take parts he already has and arrange them in a configuration that fits with our product, and then all we need to do is a custom plastic. And I've already got the molder who can do 2-week turnaround on production plastics.
Okay.
And then it's just that plus an LCD, and we're good to go. A whole room just for us, just for our business.
This is new one. About 1 week
Yeah.
start do this.
Oh, good. Even has the new factory smell. Smells good. Like a new
Christian,
car.
this could be where we are.
Like a new car.
Now we use this is N52.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, nice.
Oh,
This
I already
one.
have supply.
It's big. It's good.
this is the same magnets we're using now.
It is. Well,
Okay.
N52 is the same grade. We have a slightly different magnet.
Just have many different. Use this good. This one. Yeah, you can test.
Yeah, it's N52. I've
It's
tried it.
good.
I've tried enough that I know the feel of an
It's
N52.
same for you. You after you engineer
No,
test.
Actually, I'm a little low on my N52s. Sure, I'll take it.
we can use more N52s.
I'm not a hardware expert. That's Jer's strength. But I will say that it has been incredible to see how quickly we have gotten ourselves in to meet the right vendors who have opened up doors to us that honestly, I don't know where else in the world we could find. This is a brand new factory with a shop floor that's ready to go and even inventory that's ready to roll. There are, of course, risks. We're now in a world where we have to ask ourselves, what's the reality of tariffs? This massive trade war between the US and China puts us on shaky ground, especially as a small company. We have to ask ourselves, no matter how shiny the new office may look, is this the right partner? We've got a lot of big decisions ahead, but we plan to share every step of it as we go. Now, I do dream someday China will let me in and not reject my application. Hopefully that day is very soon. But one of the things Jer and Nick have shared with me is that in China, business is very relationship based. You sit down with the people you work with, you have dinner, you share a drink, and that is exactly what the guys did. They got to know the owner, they got to know the management, and leaving that meeting knowing the people behind the factory definitely feels really good for us too.
So magnetic to the back of the phone, and you can go like this,
This is good.
But-
Yeah.
go like this. You know.
Oh.
Looks like we made another sale.
But then the big use case is to film yourself, and to use the better camera to film yourself. But I need the screen. Exactly, it has to fit there.
Yep.
After the size is okay. You
Yes.
Exactly. Yep.
Yes.
good.
Yeah. So we need to make both of these. So we have to make the stand and the screen. Then we also do a wallet. So in the wallet, it's like all of my credit cards.
Good idea.
Thank you.
Number one.
Good. You want to make it?
This is good idea.
Maybe we can work together.
We can together too. Master can together.
Good.
Yeah. I design this for you.
Good.
5 days.
5 days.
You need 5 days.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
See you in 5 days.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Believe me, 5 days.
Yeah.
I give you 3D model. I come your home. Go Hong Kong show for you.
All right.
Yeah, I sure. 从今天开始5天之内，我就设计给他，
那我讲成功。
就产品给他。
The team found a bit of a treasure on this visit, but the ultimate treasure wasn't a product, it was a person.
This is my office. You look.
Yeah. Oh my God! All your security cameras.
3 days ago, you come to Huaqiangbei, my office.
And you saw me on your camera. Did
Yeah,
you
yeah.
look? Did you look?
Yep. No.
Did you saw
I
you
want
watch
beautiful,
her?
beautiful girl. No problem.
Yeah. He's like, why would I look at a beautiful girl? Not you guys.
My factory.
Wow. Oh
Long
my
Hua.
God.
Big factory.
This is awesome. Oh, and you can move the camera. Well,
if you at Hong Kong, I shoot Hong Kong.
You come to Hong Kong.
Yeah, I come Hong Kong.
I love that.
The factory boss, the owner of the factory, who gave us a tour.
Yeah, he's my good friend, my good brother.
Thank you. He's been really nice, and he's giving us a ride back to Lohu at the border crossing back to Hong Kong in his private car with his private driver.
After I come to Hong Kong, together, I found you, my brother.
Yeah. He's coming to Hong Kong with a 3D printed.
Well, yeah, with the
Model?
new design.
The new.
Something that works for our product.
It's a new product.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's really cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
Good, my
exciting.
brother.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm very
Thank
excited
you.
to meet you.
After time, come to my office.
Yep.
Yeah, you're going tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Before, 10 years ago, Hong Kong, many USA people. Now, go where?
Yeah. I don't know.
go
We don't
USA
know.
now.
Staying in the USA, I guess.
No Hong Kong.
Oh, it was very nice of him to give us a ride back.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for the car ride. Yeah.
No problem, he's good friend.
Of course.
Thank you.
So things are moving with the LCD, but we have to come back to this because frankly, this stand takes a lot of design, innovation, and patience to get over the finish line. All three of us want to build something so effective and so beautiful that you feel like your phone is naked when you leave home without it. And that is not this. This thing is harsh. It has a few structural flaws to it, and it's not something we think is a style enhancer for your phone. And with 90 days and Jer's hands being extremely full, we couldn't just wait around for this design to come together. And I have to share with you someone that came into the team and has brought absolutely one of our biggest unlocks. This is Anson. And Jer and Anson go way back. They used to work together. And Anson has won all sorts of red dot design awards. He is a master of the trade. From commercial to personal products, he has designed a lot of different things. And we challenged him. What could you do to reimagine this? And like a true pro, he didn't just take over the design. He asked us a very tough question. Guys, who is this for? What is your brand and what is the story? We put together a summary, handed it over to him, and with that mission statement of empowering everyday storytellers, let me show you what Anson unlocked in the solo stand.
After we did our initial 3D prints in Bali, where we built some fairly big and chunky 3D printed samples that kind of gave us a sense of where this could go, it was time to figure out how do we build this product out of metal. So I started the process by making a design in CAD that I knew could be created out of aluminum, which wouldn't be a fit for 3D printing from a strength perspective, but would be a fit for aluminum from a strength perspective. So this was kind of that first step where I was looking at this and like, okay, this is moving like we want it to. This has space in here for the magnets. It can fit on a phone, ship it off to the vendor. This was our first one that we got out of metal, which was the very first time that we were able to see, hey, this thing really can be just 6-7 millimeters thin. It can unfold, be strong enough to like set up like a tripod, hold your phone on it. And that was a really exciting moment for us. But there was a problem, and that honestly, a big problem with this whole thing has been, how do we figure out how to design a hinge that has the exact right amount of friction? And this first prototype was produced in a way where everything was a super tight fit. I actually had to like hammer this together with like an actual hammer to get everything to fit. That's how tight it was. When you're using a screw to tension something, you have to support the screw head and the threads on the same body. Otherwise that screw will tighten or loosen itself through the usage of the product. I fixed up that issue, created the boop where I could then support the screw head and the threads on the same body. This boop prototype 3D print here and the actual one right here, these actually worked really well. I was able to get sufficient friction, and then I started to fight a different problem, which wasn't, can I get enough friction out of this thing, but rather, does it have a good feel? What stack of washers and materials actually feel good, feel smooth? And that's when I had to go even deeper on friction and realize that it's that ratio between static and kinetic friction that really determines how something feels. And when I was playing around with like kind of competitor products, existing products that are on the market, especially cheaper products by like lower quality designers, they didn't always think through these things very thoroughly. And that's where you have these like kind of sticky, if you've ever had like a tripod that's sticky, so you had to really look into material selection of frictional surfaces, as well as how that tension and that normal force is applied to create friction. This was another huge lesson. We started to kind of get down this list into some prototypes designed with my good friend Anson, who's just this incredibly talented designer. It became clear also working through these prototypes that every fraction of a millimeter really matters when it comes to developing friction in these. And I had hoped that we could go with off-the-shelf washers for this, and it turns out that's just not the case. When you're trying to control something down to the fraction of the millimeter, you really need to be making it yourself. And so that was a big breakthrough as well, was just kind of admitting to myself, hey, we're gonna go get every single piece of this custom made so we can deliver the best possible experience for the customer. We were all feeling really positive about the functional progress that had come through here, but we all sat down and looked at this design, and I'm obviously an engineer, but not the greatest designer. These really quick chamfers I threw on here weren't gonna get us where we wanted to go. And that's how we knew it was time to get some help.
What I started talking to the guys about was, who is this product actually for? And what I heard from Christian was that this is for the everyday storyteller. And I heard from Jer that we really wanted this product to be ubiquitous and live on people's phones. So with those things in mind, I set about taking Jer's really functional design that was built mostly to demonstrate how the device would work. And I started shaping it into something that would be more ergonomic and potentially have more aesthetic appeal as well. This is the first prototype that I think we started feeling really good about from a design standpoint. You can see that it has these handholds kind of sculpted into it, and it's been smoothed out a lot. So in my process, what I tried to do was to think about how someone would hold this and how someone would use it on a day-to-day basis. And having this smoothing compared to the really angled design that we had here really helped to make this comfortable to hold for long periods of time. The other thing was that boop, which on this prototype really was starting to become an aesthetic liability, was turned into maybe a strength here by taking that element here and really just continuing it all the way across the horizontal arm of this design. And what that did was, not only did it smooth out this top part of the arm here, it gave us a little bit of a ledge for you to rest your finger on, so that when you carried it around in kind of a casual way, you had something to always index your finger against. So we turned that functional need and sort of that aesthetic liability into something that would work really well and also smooth out the design and make it more appealing. Over the next few iterations, we continued testing and refining this. I was literally dropping off prototypes in Jer's mailbox in the middle of the night at midnight, running past and doing a drop into his mailbox, and I would get something back from him in the morning. Yeah, we ended up in a really good place. Jer then took that to the manufacturer and got it made in metal, because these are plastic 3D prints, and you can kind of see that they're very flimsy. But then we got it made in metal, and then when we had all the hardware and all the hinges in place, and when we tested it on the phone, we had this aha moment where it was just like, wow, this is really something special. This was like the result of a very fast but very productive collaboration, and we got to a point where we just felt like we had made something that both worked, looked, and felt really nice. Then we were moving on to what to do with this cavity in here, and Christian had all these ideas about what could go in that space, but one of the most functional necessary elements was a wallet. And so what we've been working on in the last few days is taking a wallet design and having that integrate with this design of the frame, so that it would be very low profile, super functional, and not cause any obstruction in your pocket. So this wallet is deceptively complex. This space is the perfect spot to store something, but it also has a lot of constraints around it. So first of all, we've got the size of the phone. It can't get any bigger than that. We don't want things sticking out in your pocket and getting caught on things. So this is the space we have to work with, and no more, no less. It also has to hold a reasonable number of cards and maybe some cash. What we were working on was how thin could we make this wallet and still be able to fit a bunch of stuff in here. So what we got to was a design that could hold 2 cards and maybe some cash, some paper money pretty comfortably. And this is the design that really showed us that that was possible. And you can see it has a bunch of masking tape on it. If it doesn't have tape on it, you're not shipping fast enough. This thickness lives perfectly in this cavity, and it is perfectly flush with this top arm here. So when this goes into your pocket, it will slide perfectly against the fabric of your pocket and go in and out of your pocket really nicely. So we designed that really intentionally because we wanted this to live with you all the time and not have anything that would cause you to think twice about putting this on your phone and using it day in and day out. And I think we've really managed to achieve that with this design. We're starting to prototype this design in metal so that it can have a metal faceplate. And Jer has been working with the factory to try and nail down the finishes and the geometry of that. So it's going to have a very uniform metal finish so that it can all look like a cohesive design that can stay on your phone. It's going to be something that is almost as if it weren't there, because that's how we want it to be. We want you to be able to use it every day, not even think about it, and when you need it, you get all this extra functionality out of your phone.
Hey everybody, quick update from the land of e-commerce. We're just wrapping up a rebrand workshop to rethink how our brand shows up in everything, from website to ads, packaging, and beyond. The reason? Brand isn't just a logo, it's every touch point a customer has with us. So it needs to be cohesive and reflect the values we actually care about. To help us get there, I pulled together a Figma board filled with brand references. Some from our competitors and brands I would consider anti-brands like Apple. Sleek, minimal, and polished are all good, but it's really not how we want to show up. We're going more for bold, expressive, and more human. We also explored brands that do inspire us. Brands that are more colorful, confident, and willing to take risks with their tone, layout, and design. And then we pushed further. We added a board of brands that really stretch the edges of design. These are playful experimental works that remind us how much room we've got to play in, and that gave us permission to take bigger creative swings while still staying intentional. From there, we created a bunch of AI-generated mockups using the same copy. Also tested out a potential new product name, Solo, and we used a voting exercise to see what really resonated with the team. One piece that stood out from the product mood board was this mock Sonos rebrand. The layout is really clean, and the product cutout on the bottom right is super interesting. All 3 of us felt like this would make a really good product landing page. Right now, we're stitching all of that together and looking for a designer to help us bring it all to life. We're gonna roll it out to everything: website, ads, emails, newsletters, socials, every customer touchpoint. It's early, but we're excited. More on this soon.
In just a few days, I won't be showing you this. I'll be showing you the final stand design and what should be very close to the final LCD. The guys will be touching back down here, and I'm excited to give you that update. Couple things are on my plate. I am flying to Australia to quickly go over there, shoot a few scenes for our opening video where we first announced Lost Labs and everything we've been building here on the second channel out to my big audience, my 2.2 million subscribers. And that scene is going to be a retelling of my old days, the not so good old accounting days. So I'm really excited about that. The next update will actually bring you behind the scenes on that production as we shoot it. And then the next week, we start all over again because we got to work on our Kickstarter script. So there's a ton going on right now. These next 30 days are an absolute sprint. Now, I gotta be honest, I am getting a little stressed out because I have to start shooting all of our final marketing material. I'll be flying around the world to shoot it, and I can't do it with this. So I better hope that we get that final prototype finished and in my hands, because that flight leaves in 3 days. Oprah Winfrey gave away a car. Mr. Beast gave away an island. Lost Labs? Well, let me tell you about what we're giving away today. This is going to change someone's life, and it's all here right now. We're about to announce the logo design winner of Lost Labs. So the instructions were clear. Your inspiration was a rocket. The brief is that we accept all logos. In fact, we encourage your 5-year-old to submit. Get them to work. If your logo is submitted, you will earn $5. Naturally, we are a startup, so it's going to be paid out over a 5-month payment period with a transfer fee withholding of 30% just in case Uncle Sam comes for us. And don't even get me started on any of the ownership rights because we own these now in perpetuity. Now, Steve, you're in the right place because I see here you've been eyeing a fancy bar of chocolate at the local supermarket. Maybe today could be your day, Steve. But probably not, because we got hundreds of submissions. Now I could show you all of the beauty from someone giving us a literal lost lab. But things really started to get saucy in the last week here. It is time for the honor roll, with the first shout out going to Chris with this one right here. Now a big shout out goes to AH for submitting this one. My next call out goes to Fab. Among the top 5 is a clear, distinguished gentleman that understood the importance of exploring. Now, a drum roll, please. The $5 less withholding taxes, transfer fees, foreign exchange, and we'll find some other fees. The winner is Nashaira. Congratulations to your newborn child. Now, Lost Labs, our community, our family, all that we're building is pretty awesome. We've got you here watching this video with me. We've got this incredible community and momentum and energy around this YouTube channel, which I just freaking love. And I in particular want to give a shout out to Chris and to Greg, who have been on one-on-one calls with us, giving us their feedback. But if you do enjoy this, you want to see more behind the scenes, updates on our progress, latest photos of our designs, and even challenges that we're facing as founders, then you do want to join us on the WhatsApp community group, where you can not only win life-changing sums of money, like you just saw, but you can also be a part of the build.